up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and as y'all know, DDG has been guest hosting today, which I appreciate because I know you're super busy. Mm-hmm. We also got a chance to stream live. I saw we made it onto social media because of the people trolling you for Kendrick Lamar. I saw people already posting that.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Everything you do is everywhere. How is that for you?
It's good. You know, it's good business. In my line of work, you know, entertainment.
Okay.
If they ain't talking, then I mean the money getting low. You know?
Now, I was asking you this off the air about the album, the new album, Blame the Chat. I see a lot of positive responses from it, and it feels very cohesive and well put together. Do you think you owe that to just streaming live and letting people really be part of the process?
Yeah, I think I cracked the code. This might be the method. Because I always tell people the analogy. I'm like, you know what? I use a food as an analogy, right? Like if you go to Burger King, right? Mm-hmm. You go in there for a burger and they be like, nah, we gonna give you this pizza. If that's not the best pizza in the world, you ain't never coming back to Burger King again, right? Mm-hmm. But if you go to Burger King and they giving you the exact burger you asked for, the right amount of pickles, everything, you're gonna be satisfied. You're gonna always come back. You get what I'm saying? You get how the analogy makes sense?
No, I understand what you're saying. So you're giving people exactly what they want.
Exactly.
But you know what's interesting too, because when you're in the process of making a song, it's going to sound way different than when it's done.
Yeah.
And that's hard for people to also have that type of vision to be able to understand what a finished product is going to be like.
Yeah. The highest performing song on the album is called Speed.
Mm-hmm. Speed.
And the people watching, they told me, no, don't do that song. That's not the one. Nah, bro, do this one, do this one. And then when I finished it, they're like, oh, my God, this the one.
You know what I want to say? What I see the ladies like is what I prefer.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
And that definitely feels like a song that was purposely for the ladies. And that's just you on there.
Just me. Yeah, I can hold my own weight for sure. But, you know, with the hit-a-thon, just being on live, having artists pull it through, it kind of adds to the aesthetic for the live stream,
right? You
know, and I'm not finna not put out no great features. You know?
Well, listen. So let's talk about the song with BIA, because that actually went viral. Because you guys were talking about how you weren't supposed to, like, you guys had did this song. They were asking, when is this song gonna come out? And they said your ex didn't want you to do the song with her or something like that.
That was an old song. That was a long time ago.
So what happened with that? And why didn't she want you to put that out?
It wasn't more so like an ex didn't want me to put it out. It was more so like I didn't want to put it out because me and Bia was like flirting on the song. Mm-hmm. But we made the song like when I wasn't in a relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we was like talking a little, you know.
See, that's interesting because if you're flirting on a song and it's
work, but at the same time, but
right,
it's like,
it's disrespectful, you think?
In a way. I mean, we was talking about just extra stuff, you know?
Like what? Like what?
No, it was just like I don't know what I can say on the air.
Go ahead, say it.
It was like a little sexual.
Mm-hmm. You can say sexual on air. Come on,
I don't know.
That
I'm
clean.
trying to look.
I thought you were about to say some real curse or something like that. Okay, because that ended up going really viral, and you know, so that was a whole thing when that happened. All right, well, you know what? Let's play something off the album. All right, let's play Pink Dreads right now. You want to introduce it?
Yes, this song is made by two very established content creators, myself and Black Boy Max. We made it on live. This is the first song I made on live.
Okay.
Prior to the hit-a-thon.
All right, well, let's do it right now. Here's Pink Dreads. When we come back, we got more with DDG. I want to talk to you about the album being the #1 album right now for hip-hop, but also being in the top 3 in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm telling you, man. You got to get to Carnival.
Yeah, Seale said I'm stamped out there.
You're stamped out there. We'll talk about it. It's Way Up. What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with DDG. We're talking about his album, Blame the Chat, that's out right now. What's the hardest part about streaming for all of these days and weeks and months? The hardest part.
You really just don't get a lot of sleep, I'm going to be honest. It depends. Like, money-wise, the longer you own, the more money you make. Mm-hmm. You know?
I'll never get off.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it kind of be hard to get off, but at the same time, it's like, even outside of the money, it's like you create this type of connection where if you're not on the stream, it's like the people watching, the viewers get separation anxiety.
Right. Right.
Like, get back on, get on this and that. You know, because they probably just going throughout their day, they can just click on, get entertained for a little bit, go back to work, and just keep the stream playing. So, you know, it's kind of hard to like leave them in a way, you know?
How hard is it to be in a relationship if you're on stream all the time, though? Because that has to feel like, damn, can we like have some us time?
Yeah, I don't think it's really possible.
Right.
Unless like the girl like really streaming as well. You know what I mean? I think that's really the only way, because somebody that's not in this world just wouldn't understand it.
Would you prefer someone that wants to be a streamer too, or is one, or someone who's not?
Probably somebody that's doing this. I always fall for girls that do the same thing as me.
Okay, because you're around that.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know, if I was to date somebody, which I probably won't get in another relationship till I'm like 53.
He lying.
But
he a relationship type of guy.
If I was, it'd have to be like somebody that do the same thing as me, just because, you know, I don't feel like dealing with that. Oh, let's watch this movie and this and that. Oh, you know what I mean? If I want to work, I want to work. You feel me?
Now, look, you have Offset on the album, Do What You Want. I heard that song was originally called Toxic Twins.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Funny.
But people love that song too. Now, I told you when you came in here, we talked about something that you said on your stream. You said you were forced to live paycheck to paycheck because you have to work constantly to keep up with your expenses. You're like, I got to clear that up. Because I was like, okay, you know, I know you're making a lot of money, but also investing is important. So can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I invest a lot of money into my content. So when I said that, I was definitely exaggerating. I'm nowhere near broke.
Right.
I'm making more money than I ever made right now, you know, and it's a blessing. But I think the reason why I'm making so much money is because I'm investing a lot of my money.
Okay.
So, you know, I feel like the more you spend on yourself, the more you get back.
Because people always, and somebody called up here earlier and they was like, they wanted to ask you about how to be successful at streaming. But part of that is investing. It's not like people think that you could just jump into this and they don't understand the finances that come behind it too.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Oh, there go his real voice.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I talk like that when I get comfortable. I'm just feeling comfortable right now. But
it's super expensive, you know, like getting into streaming, you know, you got to pay for a bunch of different services and stuff. So
I just be trying to tell people, like, if you want to get in this game, you're going to have to spend, you know. It's a lot of competition.
What would you tell, like, so say somebody's asking you that, what are some things that they should know that they're going to have to invest in that they didn't even think of?
It's like different. Like, it depends on how you want to go with it. Like, you can start off just with a little cell phone. You got to pay for custom PCs and monitors and mics and services to stay on the stream. Like, you know, this a multi-$1,000 operation.
Right.
Tens of thousands that you're spending. You're going to get it back if you consistent, you know?
When you think about this album and, like, you know, like I said, what people are saying about it in comparison to your old music, you personally, when you compare this to where you started, because when I first met you, it was a lot earlier on. Some people also look at you as a streamer and like, I didn't even know he did music. I saw people saying that. So when you look back at like stuff that you've done before, obviously as an artist, you want to make sure you grow. But now when you look at stuff from previously, what do you think? Like as you critique yourself?
I think music prior to pandemic is not good, in my opinion. Like I wouldn't listen to my own music from prior to that. I mean, I do have a gold record from 2018 though, you know, and I'm singing on it. But like I really enjoy my music now. Like I listen to myself like a listener. You feel me? Like, oh, I like this. So I mean, not to say I didn't back then, but I feel like now I definitely evolved as an artist.
Right. And that's always the goal. And you said you're also going to start producing your own music too.
Yeah, these producers, man, they out here, they getting greedier and greedier. You know, them tariffs.
Them tariffs. Yeah, Donald Trump wants to put tariffs on production, on music production now. Yeah. So if you try to...
It's going to go through the roof now.
Could you see yourself producing for other artists too?
Yeah, I would, for sure. 100%. I'm going to learn. Like, once I learn, you know, I might be the next Kanye West with the beats, or, you know, I might be the next Pharrell with the beats. You never know.
Old Kanye West, not the...
Yeah,
not Cousins Kanye West.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as far as things that you've learned from, like, because obviously your fans and people who watch the stream is like your family too. You kind of let them in on every aspect of your life. But you think that there's certain things that you're like, okay, now moving forward as I grow and mature, maybe I don't want to let them into everything.
Yeah. I mean, I try to keep my, like, personal life, like, things like involving, like, my son as separate as possible. Because he might pop in on my stream. A lot of people think, like, I film my son 24/7. But, like, when he pop in on and I'm streaming, he just goes so viral every time.
Right.
It's like, he be on there for maybe, like,
and then that's the part that everybody sees, and so they think he was on the whole time.
Yeah, so people be like, oh, he always got his son on the stream. Like, he'll pop in, and then, like, he'll pop in for a second, then my mom would help with me. My mom would help with him while I finish my stream. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Listen, and when you're 53 years old in a relationship, you think you'll still be streaming?
Nah.
In your next relationship?
Nah, I think the streaming stuff, I'll probably be done mid-30s. I think mid-30s is kind of crazy to be streaming. I mean, there's some people doing it.
It's going to be something different happening by then, though, because things are happening so fast.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at everything that's happening with AI, are those things you think about as far as incorporating into what you do? Because everybody's like, you got to pay attention to that now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think the whole world going to be different. I think we're going to start dating robots, all types of things around that time.
So maybe your next relationship will be with a robot.
That might be smooth.
I think that might be actually what you need.
That's what I'm saying. You seen that movie with Megan Fox in it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, one of them type robots.
Oh, that's the robot you want?
No. I'm just saying like a human skin robot. You
That
know,
looks
not
real,
like
not something that looks like metal.
Yeah.
Now, your hair growing back too. We talked about that because you said you were planning to grow it back right away after you hit these milestones, cut your hair off. You know, when it comes to cutting your hair off, they always act like that's like a very spiritual thing. Did you feel like it was deeper than just saying, okay, I hit this milestone, let me cut my hair off? Or do you feel like, because some people will always tell you your hair is something very symbolic.
Yeah, I did feel a little emotional. Like probably like 2 days after I cut it, because I still got my dreads. I walked past them because I just had them on the bathroom counter. And I'd be like, man, my hair really gone.
Yeah.
And then I get like a little emotional, but I feel better. Life is better. DMs is great.
Good DMs?
Great DMs. You know, I just look at them. I don't really hit accept. Just look at them, smile, and keep it pushing.
You smile. You feel good. It's good for your ego.
Yeah.
All right, well, DDG Blame the Chat is out right now, guys. Make sure it's been getting really positive responses, really great numbers. Keep it streaming. Honestly, like, people always talk about you being one of the first people that's an artist, but also has been in this world of streaming. You were super early on it, you know, just as far as being a YouTuber, then doing all of this. So just shout out to you and congratulations on having a solid project.
Thank you.
I know no matter what, we can act like it doesn't matter what people are saying, but it feels good.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. I never felt this like achieved with a project before.
Right.
I feel like I did good. I feel like it's going to continue to grow. It's not one of those things people going to listen to for a week, and then when Drake drop a collab album with Kendrick Lamar and featuring Adele and this and that, they still going to think about my Blame the Chat. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, you guys, when we come back, man, thank you again to DDG for hosting. Of course, this is your show, so you have the last word.